So you gotta take a picture, make sure you got the right connections when you plug your new one in. Disconnect positive, negative, ground. Unscrew this piece. And then we're gonna be installing this new one, new motor. So after you get that cable off, you come to the back end where your cable used to run through here, connected. Use a 7/16 wrench and lock in that piece right inside of there so you can be able to spin the impeller part to get it unscrewed. So this is how we have it. Kind of hold it in place with one hand, and on the other side this piece spins. You want to spin it open and unscrew it, and that should come right out just like that. And then you should be able to take all of this out like that, and then you got 4 bolts you got to unscrew and then mount onto your new pump. So we're using a 9/16 socket. It takes quite some effort to take these 4 out. So we had done it by hand. If you do it by hand, you can't get the tools to work. You put it on socket wrench. You kind of find like a tube or something so you can throw an extension on so you get more leverage. You put it on, have somebody else help you hold it, and then you break it. Once you break the bolt so it's a little looser, then you could use your impact or tools, whatever you have, to make it work. And then now we've got to install it on our new pump. So it should come off, and then you put it on your new one and we should work. So here we have the pump. It's a UST 1152. I'll make a link in the, you could get this online. I bought this and it was at my house the next day. So once you take it off, kind of clean it up a little bit. There is a top marked, so this piece goes in like this. It should line up, and you just reverse order, use the screws, screw this back in and put these pieces back on, do your electrical wiring, and plug it all in. So once you screw that piece on, this piece also has a top marked, and you're also putting that on. So we have that last piece on. So keep in mind, let me get this, keep in mind that if you're having it hardwired like this, like I'm having it, it's at 230. If you want to switch it to 115, you could turn that black knob there, turns it to 115, but we're doing it on 230. If it's actually L1 and L2, for me it's L1's blue, L2's red, and then we got the ground. We're going to loop around and connect it to the ground. Once we do that, we're going to close the cap off, stick it back in there nice, and bolt the 4 bolts, put the grounding wire there. It should be good to go. We have it in place. You want to get the bolts and start them by hand. Just make sure you don't over tighten these. It is plastic everywhere, so easy on the impacts. And everybody loves those impact drivers. And after these bolts are screwed in, don't forget about your cable there. We've got to attach that, and then you could fire it up. So there you go, hit the switch. That's how it's supposed to sound. And there's the water going through the salt cell. Nice and quiet. So if your motor's making a loud noise, humming noise, or just not working, that's pretty much what you need. This one's all corroded. It's an old one. This one's made in China. And the new one is made in Thailand. So let's see how well this one works.